Okay, those of you that are working Okuden, I want to go into this explanation a little bit more. In the study of martial arts, you have different levels of training and studying. Shoden, beginning levels. That's when you're first learning the martial arts. That's when I always use the example of an ice cream cone. You got the ice cream cone, you want to put it in your mouth, but it ends up on your forehead. That's your clumsy stage. Next stage, Chuden level. That's when you're getting pretty good. You're starting to feel your oats. You're starting to feel really good about yourself. You have expectations on how you're supposed to do things or how you're not going to do things. So what you do is you become a good practitioner, good martial artist, great technician, maybe a great kicker, a great puncher, these kind of things. But that's not where you're going to stop. That's at the Chuden level. Now, most people in the martial arts do not go above Chudan. When I see some people that also even discuss Kosho, some of them will never get beyond Chuden. My objective is to see everybody go to the highest level. Will they get there? I don't know. It's up to them. They have to get rid of their egos. They have to get rid of greed. They have to get rid of being self-absorbed with who they think they are or aren't. They have to get over the principle of, I'm doing this because I want to get a rank or a belt. They have to start thinking about the arts, not themselves. Unfortunately, a lot of martial artists never will get beyond Chuden level. A lot of great practitioners today that I see have great respect for everyone, but some of them will never get there. Or should I say some of us. I work very hard to try to understand more and more about what James Mitosi taught me or worked with me. For that matter, Robert Trias. Mitosi was total Okuden. Trias was Okuden, but Trias was a teacher. But kept Trias on track to keep working with people that had too much ego or greed or what have you, was the fact that he had a lot of compassion and love for what he was doing. I would have to say that Robert Trias was Okuden. Thomas Young was Okuden. A lot of people never got there, and I won't mention names, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. The idea is, don't get confused with yourself, your own expectations. I've had a lot of students in the past that have come up to me, I haven't seen me in a long time, and they expect me to do the same thing that I was doing, like maybe if they worked with me 20, 25 years ago, that I was doing then. No, I won't lay still for anyone. I don't expect the martial artists that I teach to do the same. One thing I was talking, I'm going to go back to Arizona again, when I was with Bob Bowles. He was talking to me about the things he went through with Robert Trias. Here's a first lesson. Bob Bowles got a call one time from Robert Trias. Trias was in Arizona. Bowles was in Indiana. He told Bowles, you need to be at this thing. It's in 3 days. It's here in Arizona. He didn't have to explain to Bowles why. Bowles figured it out and went. I was asked by Thomas Young one time to travel, to go listen to him on what he was doing at that time in Hawaii. He didn't have to explain to me why. He did briefly. I was on a plane within 2 to 3 days, and I went there. When I ask some of my students that they need to do things, they do it. They get it done. Bowles, talk to me. Most of Sensei Trias' guys. All they had to do is mention. There's a gentleman I talked to this time. His name is Glenn Keeney. One of the top martial artists of all time as far as a tournament competitor. Same thing. So the first thing, in order to really get to the higher stages such as Okuden, you have to become and get rid of any form of being selfish. You have to be into it, which is the art, not yourself. Very, very important. All right, now, so one thing we're going to do, we're going to go over some principles and concepts. Some of the things I'm going to be teaching on these various different film footages has to do with Okuden studies. Some of you that receive this will not be shown to anyone else. Now, those of you that are working Chuden, or from a higher Chuden level, there's some top martial artists that you might look upon and say, wow, they're way up there in Kosho. They're Chuden. They're not Okuden. we will see what happens. Okay? So now, hold on. Here we go.